Are you working so hard? I love your bracelet. It is made of all the charms.
I got so many charms.
So many charms. It'd be so heavy on your little wrist. Are you gonna sell it or are you gonna use it for you?
I thought you should use it for Minion.
Minion?
Oh, I forgot to sell it.
You gotta sell it? How much will it be?
It'll be $30.
Mickey is having his first day at the Mercantile. Gav. You look so cute. Good little helper.
Thank you so much. Your name's Quinn, right? Yeah. Thank you so much.
So
And your
cute.
picture of Fox. Yes. Do you want to point to my bracelet? Do you want to smile?
Sal's making all the bracelets today.
Do you want to smile with me? And show
Oh,
me
did she give you hers?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
It's so pretty.
Oh, so
I
cute.
love it. Is this your daughter?
Well, hello everybody. I wanted to share a little bit of an update of kind of what my summer plans are going to be this year. I kind of mentioned it the other day quickly, but something that God has just really been stirring in me, and really cool the way that He works. You know, I feel like He puts stuff on my heart and I don't know what to do, and I'm kind of just like going back and forth about things. And then people in my life that I love and trust out of nowhere, you know, just reaffirm the same things that God's been putting on my heart. And when that happens, it's just like a confirmation of this is what I need to do, and it doesn't really matter what happens during that time. It's just, I just want to be obedient because that's the life that I want to live. So I have decided that I'm going to take all of the summer off of Instagram and social media. I know people do this all the time, and I'm not trying to be dramatic about it, but I did feel like it was also important for me to share why I'm doing it. And there are a few reasons, and also I felt like God was telling me that I needed to share too, because some people just needed to hear this and then also need to listen and do it as well. So if this has been something that has been kind of, you know, in the back of your head, here's your sign to do it with me. So a couple of things is the word striving kept popping up in my head, and I just felt like I run a lot of businesses. I have my, you know, social media. We have Joie Inn. We have the Fox Mercantile, and then my home, my kids, everything else. Book, like there's just a lot of things, and the Fox Mercantile definitely takes a lot of my attention. It's probably my favorite attention that it takes. And then also like my Arrows and Bow social media does take a bit. This is not me complaining. This is just me kind of explaining. And I know I don't need to, but I feel like I actually want to. So a lot of different things pulling at me. I love the Mercantile and everything that it brings and does. And the word striving kept popping up because there's a lot of things that I feel like fall on me to run, like to push our businesses, you know, like I can go through times where I feel the pressure of, oh, okay, like we need to do something, like I need to go on my social and make sure that people see it because they're not seeing it on the Fox Mercantile, like whatever it is, or the inn, or my Arrows and Bow business if I'm working with a brand. And it's just this constant like striving and striving and striving. And while God did make me to be a hard worker and to like grind, and He's like, what a gift, you know, I'm so thankful for the way He made me. There are times when I feel like He's like, and you need to pause and you need to rest and you need to stop striving and let me do it and step aside. So what does that all mean? That means that I just really prayed about like, what does that mean? What is it in my life that causes my thoughts to be distracted, that I'm constantly thinking about, even if I'm not thinking about it, it's in the back of my mind? And social media, and the fact that I feel like I have to do this thing to push the Mercantile, to push the inn, to push, you know, something with the brand. And I just kept feeling that God was like, stop striving. the mercantile is going to take care of itself. The finances will take care of itself. In like whether it is in abundance or it's really low, just to not worry about it, and it doesn't matter. And I need to just trust him. So that is what I'm doing. And at the same time, it's Gabe's last summer before he's going to get his license. I feel this craving and calling just to like, I need my kids right now, and Dino, like just to pour into our family. So I will still be at the mercantile. It'll allow me to just like free up my mind to have the creativity to, you know, be here and do stuff with the kids and Dino and just pour into them, and just not have the distraction of my phone. I'm calling it the undocumented summer because I just feel like I don't need to take a photo of everything, and I don't need to be constantly thinking about like, oh, this would be a cute shot and this would be a good reel, and you know, like freeing my mind and freeing our minds from that is absolutely incredible and a gift that I think we're all missing out on at times. So that's what I'm going to do, and I just wanted to encourage you, if you feel like that's something you want to do. I'm going to start next week, so you have a week, or whenever you decide if you want to. I think it'd be really cool to do that with people. I'll be alongside praying with you, and just, you know, too, like I kind of mentioned, this is not necessarily an easy thing. I definitely will be missing out on brand partnerships, making money with that, and just, you know, also our podcast is launching. That was probably one of my biggest things, is I was like, our podcast is launching. How am I going to push that when I'm not online? And I just kept feeling like the same thing. Like God's like, I got it. Stop worrying about it and stop striving. I got it. You're obedient and with me by creating the podcast. Now let me do it. So I just wanted to encourage you, because if you have those things in your mind and you feel it, or whatever, even if it's not to go off social with me right now or next week, if God's prompting you to do something, like to just trust him in it, because it's going to be awesome. And that doesn't mean it might not be hard or difficult, but I'm so excited to see what he's going to teach me and how he's going to grow me. So I'll talk more about it next week, but I just wanted to share that. If anybody wanted to pray about it and join me, I'll be starting next week. I was sitting in the back by the storage, but as I was posting this, I was just thinking also of another thing that I was reminded of a couple days ago. This is an election year, and I don't know if you remember last election in the summertime, how chaotic and stressful, and honestly, it was a very dark time for anybody, like a social influencer or anybody like that. It was just, people were very unkind and mean, and not saying that that's what's driving me at all, but it was reminded to me, and I was like, oh, this is like such a gift also for my brain, just to not have to go through that again. And just another like bonus to take off the summer. Can still be an advocate and, you know, support the things you want to support, but just to like not have the pressure and the loudness of what's happening online is another gift and bonus. I'm also not starting until next week. I'll definitely tell you beforehand. I'm not going to just ghost. And you can follow along on the Fox Mercantile. That'll be there. The podcast will be happening. I may have Brooke, our COO, come on to my page, and if there is like a reminder about the podcast, I may have her do that like once or twice. And the podcast will be coming out, so I'll be dropping every Friday, so you can always hear us there. And then it's actually great timing too, because the house, all of the remodel stuff will probably be starting or have just started right when I get back on, so you won't miss any house stuff. We're about to submit for permitting. You can come in. We're about to submit for permitting. Hey, bud. And that'll probably take a month or two, and then we'll be starting on all of our house stuff when I get back on. The girls from Smokehouse in here right now, the owner, and they're going to be here on Saturday for the 1-year party. And we're just talking about the menu, and if you haven't had Smokehouse before, it is so delicious. And she just told us we are going to be having a cotton candy booth. That's going to be so fun. So we're going to bring that also. And then what are you guys making for Saturday?
We are going to do pulled pork sliders and chopped brisket sliders and our homemade chips with our signature fries sauce.
It's going to be so good. You guys won't want to miss it.